Your hand can touch your heart, and it can touch your mouth. But have you ever realized that your mouth can't touch your heart? So why do we let our mouth speak over our hand when it comes to our hearts? We have been chanting the phrase "let it be written" since the beginning of man's progression in creating a civil society. Why would people say that? Think about the beginning of writing. It was chiseled on a stone. That took a long time. No one in their right mind would waste their time working so hard chiseling onto stone unless what they were writing was believed to be of great value. The mouth is a lazy shortcut for the ego. That is because it can speak directly for the heart without consideration or rule. It can easily skip rational brain's reasoning and solely rely on the emotions of the heart at its present moment to communicate. It is a reaction over a reflection or response, and it could easily cause permanent damage to a relationship or how you are perceived. More often than not, we regret many of the things that we have said in an emotion after a period of honest reflective thought. When you take the time to write something down, you're inviting your brain to help with the emotion that your heart is trying to communicate as you use your hand as the mediator. Your eyes can now become the jury of its peers, allowing you to decide on each word based off of its connection to the brain's measure to truth. You can now see and show your brain what your heart is not, allowing for a much bigger picture to be seen based off the witness testimony of your other senses. Whenever somebody is troubled and wants to communicate their story, but it is accompanied by emotions, I ask them to please write it down for me. I can help you, but I must have it in writing. Even though we do not chisel on a stone anymore, people still find difficulty writing. It seems like it's too much work. That is exactly what makes it so important. When you inherit writing, you start to admit the unnecessary things out of your message. You have a moment to evaluate what you are saying by inviting your eyes into the conversation. Most importantly, you yourself are now a witness to what you are saying. When you read it back to yourself, you are now able to challenge and decide on the validity of each of your words, the overall message, and if it should or should not be said. When you start writing in great value, you also start speaking with great value. Don't let uninvited demons of negativity or bitter emotions speak for you. They are not you. They are your heart and ego trying to make sense of your feelings. It is normal for our survival nature to react, but feelings do not always need to be a fight or flight response. I would like to conclude on this topic by saying that if you are seeking positive connections over misunderstandings on an important matter, it is best to first write it down before conversation. If it is worth writing, it is more likely worth saying.